I have spent the last several days going through motions during the day, and I feel as though all of them are in some vain attempt to distract myself. Every moment that I allow myself to think about what I'm feeling or what I'm going through results in I start to cry. I feel very destroyed. And I'm completely aware of why. This morning I woke up to a message from someone who's essentially a stranger. Because I have a habit of going through a very, very aggressive cycle. I meet someone and I perceive that there is some part of me that they want and that they'll try to take. And normally I'm happy to feel like I've done something good for someone. Because I feel like if I can make any part of what I've been through helpful for someone else, then it was worth going through. And that's what happened. And this person saw value in me that I did not see in myself, but that I'm always trying to find. This thing in me that I've told everyone my whole life that I don't understand, it doesn't make sense to me, that's not real. These things about me that they see, I don't. And I feel like all the people in my life who feel any value in me have to dig for it. And this person, I don't know how they saw any. I don't know what their value is for me, but they messaged me today knowing what I'm going through and told me that I haven't even explained to you what's going on. I love people because they see the good in me. I love knowing that she saw the good in me, and I wanted so bad to understand what that was. And I thought if I could isolate the relationship, I could understand it. I was okay with visiting for the weekends. I was okay with just enough until it was never enough, because the way she makes me feel, the way she made me feel was amazing. There was nothing false about it, but I didn't believe it because it was too good to be true. And I get on the internet and I talk to strangers because I feel like if I can just figure out what this thing about me is that people like, then I can just work on it and I don't have to be any of these other things. And another stranger that I've tried to run to, because that's what I do whenever people that I actually care about start getting tired of me, I run to strangers in some pathetic bid to understand, because I just want to figure it out. I want to figure out what it is they see. And all I ever find is more evidence that people are selfish than I do people that are good. And I get so scared that everyone that does feel something for me is eventually going to move on, and that eventually I'll find someone who can just settle for who I am, even though I don't want anybody to settle for who I am. And the stranger messages me and tells me that someone has professed feelings to them and that they want my advice. And I'm normally, I would never be, but this is just different because this person knows, this stranger knows that my someone has essentially given up on me and given up on us and given up on any hope that I can ever be anything worth a damn to them. And I am absolutely just I'm fucking pulverized. I'm pulverized. I'm pulverized and I'm trying to raise my voice and sound like the cheerier person who's better at describing hurt with their voice, because when I sound hurt, people have just told me that I sound cold. And I don't want to cry because every time I cry, my body just feels like it's withering away. And this person told me that someone professed their feelings, and I couldn't understand. My brain could not understand how this person, who is older than me, who understands the magnitude of what I'm going through, how they could think to ask me this. And I just wanted to give them the advice they wanted. But my brain started telling me that there were other reasons, that this was some Machiavellian way to gauge interest. I don't know what it was. And I tried opening up. And it's the same thing. It's another person who sees that I'm damaged and that I'm a broken bird. And I've had so many people in my life that have extended this to me, and they want to fix me, and that's what she wants. There have been two people have already seen that I'm just like so fucking demolished, and their immediate response is to reach out to me and tell me that, like, that I just I gotta get out there. I gotta fucking, they give me this advice that comes from a place of not knowing anything about me, that I have to turn the pain into something else, that I have to, to be strong, that people are not allowed to just live like this. And maybe they're right, but like this whole thing where they one of them outright told me that she was going to bully me, that I was going to be bullied. I wish people could see the things that are being said to me, but that everything just it's what I'm asking for. Because when I talk to people, but I sit here all the time by myself, and it's even worse now because I'm by myself and I go through these motions and I don't know what to do. If I go outside, I'll just see all of the beauty that we could have shared, and it hurts, so I go inside. I can't think of anything to watch because it all feels like meaningless fucking distractions. None of them are healthy. None of them are supportive. None of them are good. If it is somebody trying to be supportive, I ask myself if they're doing it because they care, or if they're doing it because of the algorithm. If they're doing it because they want to help me or other people, or are they doing it because it's what sells? I don't trust anything. I don't feel anything other than just disgust for all of my decisions. I feel disdain. Every time I watch something, it pains me so much I pause it. I tried to explain Baby Reindeer yesterday to the only person that's trying to help me through this, and like what I'm going through, and I had them watch the show with me for as far as I could get in, and I couldn't watch so many parts of it because it just felt too personal. I perceived so many of these horrible things about myself. I miss this person in my life, and I just want to know that they're okay because they're not talking to me anymore. They're not talking to me anymore, and I don't want to be creepy, and I don't want to like keep checking in, but that's all I can think about. So I try to distract myself with other shit, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I try to talk to other people, and they do these fucking shitty things. I don't know who to talk to anymore. And when someone does care about me, because there are people who care about me, there are people who care about me, but when they reach out, I feel like they pity me, and I don't want their pity, so I'm just trying to seem strong about all of this, but I'm not. And all I can tell everyone is the same thing, is that I'm sorry, I don't mean to disappoint them, but I'm pulverized, and there's so much I wish to say, and the only person who was ever fit, the only person who ever gave a shit enough to listen is not here anymore. And the people that do care, that do still want to listen, they're so used to seeing me anything other than this, and now they see me and they feel like they failed me, and it's not, because it's not them that failed me, it's me that failed myself. So now I'm just going through all these empty motions, and every day just feels like it's not getting any better. I know that I'm supposed to give it time. But this was someone to me. This was my someone. This was my someone. This was my person. This was my someone. And everyone who's ever been my someone just got the worst in me, including her. All the someones in my life have gotten the worst out of me because I thought I could earn I thought I could explain, I thought I could find a way through this without making myself seem like more of a mess. And I feel like all anyone is ever going to expect of me is to just go and get the medication, and that'll be it. An old friend saw that I was struggling and recommended me medication. Told me that they're taking Wellbutrin, Abilify, and Buspirone, I think. And that, it helps, but nothing's gone. I don't think these things go. I think we just get more comfortable with them. And I would have to start all over again. I would have to start with a new psychologist or a new therapist or psycho, whatever the fuck. I'd have to start all over again, and now I'm even worse. And these people, they message me and they can see that I'm reeling. And I can never tell if they're trying to pull me out of the dirt or if they're sifting through to find whatever it is in me they want. And the last person on earth who had pure intentions and loved me through the dust that I was and the dust that I would eventually become got the worst in me. And now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I wake up and I get this message and I don't know. I wish these people would just go away. I wish I wasn't so damaged and so needy and so lonely that I could tell them that I don't care. But I do care. I don't want anyone to feel like me. I can't help them, but I try. And now I am every day it just gets worse. Every day gets worse. And I have to ask myself if I ever would have been honest with her in the first place. or if this is what really was necessary, maybe this really was best for us, because I don't even know if I ever had the strength to be honest about any of this shit on my own, because I don't believe I did. And I hate knowing that it cost me so much just to be honest. And now, look at what I have. This is what I have. Just speaking into the void. Because I can't handle going through the motions anymore. I can't sit here. I don't fucking care about YouTube. I don't care about TV. I don't care about movies. I can't listen to music. I never even shared the music I shared as much of it as I could, but like, there's so much that I listen to, and I tell people that I don't listen to music with lyrics because I don't like ghostwriters, and that's only half the truth. The problem is that I've always listened to music that's just like really fucking, it's hurtful shit, because that's kind of been my fucking experience throughout life. You know, like, since I was a kid, it's just been really fucking bad, and it just keeps getting worse, and I never tell anybody about the shit that happens to me until it's too late. And then I can't tell them everything, because I'm afraid that that's just going to be the baseline for how they see me and how they judge me, so I don't say anything, and I don't share the music, because I don't want people to hear it, and I've done it my whole life, where I share these things that like, they express everything that I'm feeling. And people just say, oh, that's kind of cringe, or I don't want them to say that. I don't want them to feel that. I don't want them to hear the things that I feel and look at me like I'm a mess. So I just don't share any of it. And I listen to all of this ambient music, and I love it, but it's just an empty space for me to project all of these things about myself that aren't true, and then I keep listening to them on repeat, and there's no one to tell me to stop, and when there is, it's always too late, because I don't tell anybody anything, and I just wish that I told anybody anything, and that all the people who cared about me when they cared about me would have understood what I was going through, and maybe they would have cared enough to help me, and now I'm sitting by myself. I'm sitting by myself wearing a mask because I can't open my eyes. I don't want to see my reflection. I don't want to see my face. I don't want to see any part of anything that looks or feels like me. I tried using the fucking voice modulator because I didn't want anybody to hear my shitty fucking voice. But I don't have the skill, I don't have the mental capacity to find a way to do that anymore, and all the things that I found didn't work, and I don't feel like this shit matters anyway, so I'm just going through these motions, and it kills me to know that I had everything I needed to not end up here, and I put myself here, and I was so afraid of here. I was so petrified of ending up right here, and now I'm here, and it's even worse. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse than I ever could have imagined. It's worse. And now I'm telling the person that I'm supposed to tell these things to, and all they can do is say they're sorry and ask me superficial questions and sleep, because they're destroyed too. I've destroyed myself and everyone else. And I just wanted to help people. I wanted to reimburse the people who invested into me with all the best, and I gave them nothing. I called someone who made every bit of this agonizing world I live in that much more comfortable. On her worst day, she was a palm tree in the middle of the desert. And on her best day, she was a myriad of wonderful things in an inhospitable world. An oasis, if there was ever a word. She was the water that kept me alive. She was the wind that made me move. She was a warmth that woke me up. She was the comfort that helped me go to sleep at night. My nightmares were they were inconsistent at best. They were always some part of my life, but they weren't as bad because when I would wake up from them, I could hold her, and the smell of her hair would make me feel better, and I wouldn't guess if she hated me or if she was being bothered by me, and I feel that way with everyone else. I feel so stupid. She is the only person that made me feel like my love wasn't codependency, but just like this really desperate need for like someone to just not make me feel the things that I make myself feel. And she came into my world after meeting me and seeing me as who I am, and I turned into this machine. And I thought that I was becoming little by little more vulnerable, and that she could see and understand this shit, and she couldn't, because in between all of that, I was just still I was this. I was this. I was just a creepy, fucking, faceless person in the dark. Instead of ever someone she could talk or trust to. Trust or talk to, I'm sorry. And now I don't know. I don't know how to go throughout the rest of my days. I don't want to post this where anyone I know could see it. I don't want them to know. I don't want them to pity me. I don't want anyone to pity me. I don't want them to feel like this is just some desperate attempt for someone to help me. I don't want her. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't want to bother her, but she's all I want, and I have to stay as far away, and I don't know how she's doing, and that matters more to me. I wish she would just say, hey, I'm okay, I hope you're doing well, but I don't even deserve that much. That's how fucking horrible a person I am. I've done so much damage to this person that I don't even have the fucking benefit of knowing if she's okay, and to know that I've done this to someone who like a week ago told me they were so happy to see me. Oh, I don't even know how long it's been. Maybe it's been more than a week, but it wasn't that long ago that she just is telling me that she's so excited to see me, and now this is where we are that I don't even know. I don't know. How do you tell people? How do you ever earn the trust of people when you've done so much damage? How can anyone ever trust you? How do you trust yourself? I'm supposed to do like the easy, just pick yourself up, start again, just go for it, just go to this fucking horrible fucking world that chews people up and spits them out and makes them believe in the worst things and doesn't offer them any help unless you go through like 50 fucking hoops and you can't trust anybody in it. And everyone's just trying to get what they can out of you. And I'm just supposed to keep going through the motions. And I can't. I really can't. I really can't. I've never opened up to anybody, anything, and now that I feel so fucking thoroughly destroyed, I can't. I can't. The music that I want to listen to hurts. The things that I am willing to watch are painful. I have no idea of what is healthy or good for me, and I know that the circumstances that I'm currently living in provide no real healthy recourse of action. And everything that I'm doing is a desperate attempt to diverge from this fucking path that has destroyed me. And I am finding it increasingly harder to trust people. Because in the midst of losing the someone who I could have in the midst of losing my someone, I have become no one. Which is fitting because that's where this stupid journey began, was me trying to convince myself that I wasn't damaged, I was just no one. And that a non-person is destined only to feel that. And now, maybe that's what I've become. I don't know. I have no assurance either way. But I feel like no one. I feel like no one. And I deserve it. This is someone who thought the world. Maybe not. Maybe she didn't think the world of me. I don't know. I never gave her the chance to tell me how she felt about me, and now she'll never tell me. It seems so microscopic, which is why I don't share this to anyone else, because for them, love is just, it's a part. It's a small part in a big thing, and that's just what we're supposed to feel. You'll meet other people, you'll go other places. Why can't I be allowed to tell people how this makes me feel? Why can't I feel vulnerable? Why can't I express why? Why does it only mean something when it's in a movie? Why does it only mean something when it's on TV? Why does it only mean something when it's dramatized, or when it's a lyric, or when it's a poem, or when it's a book, or when it's a trend? Why does love only matter when it is theatricized? Why is my love not real anymore? Why I don't feel like I can express myself to the world around me, because everything will be measured against the choices I've made, and it should be. I don't feel like that shouldn't be it, but I just wish that anyone on earth knew where I stood from start to finish, and it should have been her. And no matter how much I would love for that person, my person, to be my person again, they're gone. All of the things I've last said to them will remain undelivered and unread. And that's what I deserve. I wish that I could be this healthy person that said, okay, that's fine, I did my damage, I should go. I wish that I was this ideal, morally sounded person. I'm not. I wish I could tell you that I don't just want to see that she's okay, that I wouldn't walk the hour and a half to where she works and just to see her face. I can't tell you that. And I know that that's unhealthy. And I wish that fucking anybody at all could understand that I know that it's fucking unhealthy, but it's the only thing that would make me feel better, because this shit really hurts. It hurts so much fucking worse than any other one I've ever been through, because I've been through enough fucking heartache to know when something's real. This shit was real. This was real. Nobody understood what it meant to not just to me, but my fucking body, the way my... It's just a fucking joke now. And if I do anything, I'm just gonna make myself worse. And I wish instead of saying I wish somebody could help me, I just wish that I could help myself. And I hate the idea that the only thing that can help me is fucking pills. I hate it because then what will it mean? I don't know what it'll mean. And if I talk to people who take pills, I don't want to upset them. I want to talk to people who take medication just to see what it's like. But I don't want to tell them the truth about how I feel because I don't want to upset them. I don't want them to feel like I'm belittling their experience. And I don't want... If you talk to people who don't agree with pills, they're just gonna say the same fucking cold shit to me, is that I just gotta deal with it. And I can't deal with it. I've tried to deal with it for my whole life. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how my day could have started, but it started with a question that turned into this. And I don't know who the person I could or should talk to is, but I wish I had them right now, because this silence is fucking, it's killing me. And it doesn't really matter because it's what I deserve. Yeah.